Are you looking for ways to get your children to moving and to promote their physical development, even maybe to release some of that stored energy? If so, join us today to learn more about going on a bear hunt, or as we're going to call it, going on a bear hike. Make outdoor physical development fun by engaging your children in pretend play. So some activities to engage your children in before the hike, just to prepare them for the hike, to introduce them to the bear hunt. Create binoculars for them to take with them. Create a bear hunt map, as you can see in the picture. Read the story to the children, maybe before they go to bed, and recite the chant going down the road or as you're cooking. Some materials to include for the activities prior to the bear hike. Of course, the book, materials to make your binoculars. You can be as creative as possible, glitter, paints, markers, and also the materials for the map. So you can use construction paper to make your grass, cotton balls, paint to make your mud, markers. During the bear hike, you can take your binoculars and map, your obstacle equipment, so you can make a homemade tunnel with cardboard boxes for the children to crawl through. Make grass for the children to go through with construction paper. And you can also make a river or a mud out of plastic bins. For the river, you would have water with food coloring. And for mud, you would have sand with water. So just an activity guide for the bear hike. Get familiar with going on a bear hunt story. Read the story out loud with your children. Adjust the story as you would like. We are going to adapt the story to be a hike rather than a hunt, with a focus on being curious rather than trying to capture a bear. Make a list of the obstacles. The heroes of the story go through obstacles. You'll want to use the sounds or invent some of your own as you're going through the obstacle with the children. Scout out an outdoor spot and set up the obstacles. Create opportunities to climb, walk a line, jump, run, and even spin. Then you will start the chant. Once you have the kids outside, start the chant. We're going on a bear hike. We're going to see our friend bear. Suggest that today you will go on your very own bear hike. Then you will, of course, go on the bear hike with your children. Start walking. And when you get the first obstacle, echo the book. Oh no, a rushing river. We can't go under it. We can't go over it. We'll have to go through it. Then move through the river using motions and even discuss strategies. Swim or in a boat. Make your sounds as you go to enhance the sensory experience. And reverse your steps. Once you found the bear, reverse your steps until you are back to your starting place. If you have a tarp or even a blanket, get under the covers, just like they did in the story. So this fun activity, you can also adjust for any age ranges, going from mobile infants up to preschoolers. So for your mobile infants, you can sing the chant, read the story to the children, introducing them to new words. You'll want to provide them with that extra guidance for these infants and toddlers during their obstacles. For your infants, if they're not crawling yet or walking yet, you can just go through it with them, maybe in a stroller, get them to run. And for your toddlers, you can be very careful in providing them with guidance through the tunnel or maybe sliding down a slide. And then, of course, label objects and encourage conversations. to promote that language development. And for your preschoolers can easily get lost in this. Better yet, they may love to play the bear at the end for their younger siblings. Let them take the lead in the pretend play. Ask them what will come next. You're just there to support and to encourage your preschoolers. So some benefits of this activity. The overall benefit of this activity is to encourage that physical development. However, it benefits children in various ways. It encourages imaginative play and creativity. They get to be creative, and they get to imagine, express their own ideas. It develops and extends vocabulary. The story, as well as going through the hike with your children. You can introduce them to those descriptive adjectives. Problem-solving skills. So just some strategies for parents to make this activity as successful as possible. Dive into play with your children. Get involved in the hike. Take a role. Encourage their imagination. Make some binoculars with the children. Encourage their curiosity. Ask those questions. Be creative with obstacles of the hike. As you can see in the picture, they used a tunnel with, it looks like a sheet or a blanket covered over a table. And lastly, talk to promote those language skills. Ask questions. Introduce new words. Label your obstacles. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us how your hike went with your young children. Like always, I would love to stay connected with you all. Email me with any questions or topics you would like to learn more about. Mary@cdl.org.